Hey everybody, it's Vanessa and Anna here from Untitled Programming.
And today this video is only going to be on Scratch, the scripts in Scratch, because this video is going to be a little longer considering it's all on Scratch and the rest of this script area, panel, thing, big flower. Anyway, so I'm going to start with motion and go through some of the important ones we haven't already gone through in the last video. So we went through move and turning and pointing in the direction, going to this button. Alright, now we have glide. Glide is a way to spread out the movements and proportion it throughout the amount of time that you give it. Instead of going directly there, like if you move 10 steps, it will just move directly there. But if you glide, it will slowly move there. So say I want to go to x10, y25. Now, I'm going to give it 2 seconds to do this. Now watch what happens. Now, did you see it glide? It didn't just move directly to the spot. It's like proportionately glided. So this button, you can change your X or set X to a certain number. Same with Y. And then there's this button, which is if on edge bounce. I think this one's pretty cool because if your character gets to the edge of your screen, that window right here, then the character will bounce back. It will not go off screen, so you can always see it. So those are some major ones in motion that we haven't gone through. Now Vanessa's Go is going to talk about looks.
So there's a lot of really cool things that you can do with the looks. So I'm going to be using the banana. So you can first of all change the costume and the backdrops. So we've already went over say and think, but we haven't went over any of this stuff. So you can switch your backdrop to backdrop 1 or to blue sky. So when I press the green flag, the blue sky will appear. And what you should know is that the blue sky or the blank, whatever you want, will not come back, and you will have to set it at that. Also, what you can do is you can change the size and color of objects. So I'm going to change color effects by 75. You can also set the color to a certain number. So when I press the green flag, the bananas will turn blue, and different numbers will be different colors. You can also change the size. So I'm going to change the size by 30. So now, when I press the green flag, bananas will go bigger. If you have a positive number right here, the bananas will become bigger. If it is a negative number, they will become smaller. So I'm going to put this at negative 30. And note that each time I press the green flag, bananas will get smaller, although they will stay the same color. What you can also do is you can go to Control and take a weight block. So I have backdrop at blue sky, and now I can put it at switch to backdrop 1. So then, when it will do blue sky, the bananas will shrink, the backdrop will change, and it will stay like that. Then, when I press it again, it will go back to blue sky. Also in looks, there is go to front and go to back. With that, you can have certain objects go in front of each other. So like if the bananas are over here by the cat, you can have them go in front of it or behind it, which is very convenient. You can also clear all graphic effects. So if I have this at the end of here, Then I put that on, the banana will go really small, and then it will go back to its normal color. But it did not change the size effects. There's also the next costume button. So your costumes are in a row here. So you can just have it switch to the next costume instead of selecting a costume every time. So now Anna is going to move on to sound.
To create a sound or something like that, you have to go to this tab up here, that sound. The cat already has a pre-programmed meow, but you can choose a sound from the library that it provides, or you can record one, or you can upload one that you may have already recorded on a different program. So here, this button will let you play whatever sound you have programmed. Right now, it's just meow, or you can record a new one. Here, you can play the meow sound until all of your coding before it is finished. This button obviously will stop all the sounds you have playing. Now, these right here, these are like if you're playing music in the background, you can play the drum, which is 1, for 0.25 beats, or you can rest for 0.25 beats or more. You can obviously change these in the white circles. This is you will play whatever note you're playing, which is say 60, and it will play for 0.5 beats. Or you can change the instrument right here. This will change your volume, these two will. You can set a volume to 100% of its original volume, or lower or higher. Here you can change your volume by a number, so it will go down 10 right now if you look at it. And these two are for tempo, which is how fast your sound is playing. You can make it go faster, slower, or change the BPM of it. Now, Vanessa is going to talk about pen.
So pen is a really cool feature that Scratch has. So I'm going to go into Sprite 2, and because this is a little bit more complicated, I already put some programming down. So I'm going to have the rock go to 0, y to 125, and I have a clear block here. And then I'm going to put the pen down, which will start drawing, and it will put the pen on the paper. And then you can change the pen color and pen size over here, pen shade, pen size, pen color. The way that you get the pen to move is you go into motion and you say move 10 steps. And you will see that. And then I have a wait block for wait 2 seconds, and then I have the pen clear. So when I click the green flag, you can see that it went there and then it cleared. So I bet you're wondering if you can pick your pen up and then start going again. Well, you can do exactly that. So I'm going to get rid of this clear block. I'm going to have move 10 steps, pen up, which will take the pen off the paper. And then I'm going to have it move 20 steps. And then I'm going to have it wait 2 seconds, and then I'm going to put the pen down, back on the paper, and then I'm going to have it move another 10 steps, and then wait 2 seconds, or wait 1 second, and then I'm going to have everything clear. So what you should see is that the pen will go down, make a little line, then a little space, and then another line, and then it will clear after a second. So here we go. Wait 2 seconds, there's another line, and then it all clears. You can make turns and do a lot of different stuff with the pen, draw, and it's really cool. We are going to skip beta because it's kind of complicated, and Anna will move on to events.
So in events, we've gone through a lot of these already. Well, not really a lot, just one, which is extremely important. You need this one, obviously we told you, in order to make any of your code work. But there are more different ones that you can use, and they will interact with your characters in different ways. So this button is more for person interaction while this is playing. So if it's playing and when the space key is pressed, then whatever you put underneath it, that's what will happen. Now this button is when this sprite is clicked. Whenever the sprite this is under is clicked, like the rock right now it's under, if I put this in here, then I could add stuff under it, and that's what would happen. Now this one is when the backdrop switches to a different backdrop, something will happen. Or when the loudness is greater than 10 or any other number that you can change, and you can change loudness also, something will happen. Or when you receive a message and broadcast and wait. We'll explain those later because those are kind of more complicated and will take more work. Now Vanessa is going to talk about control.
So in control, that's where your wait and repeat blocks are. Repeat blocks are pretty cool, and you can have it repeat for a certain amount of times or forever. So I'm going to go back to the cat and put a repeat block down for around the say, hi, think, and glide. So we'll repeat that, and I'm going to change it to repeat that twice. So it will wait 3 seconds, say hi, and move, and then it'll do it again. So it'll do it 2 times because I chose there. Also, you can have it repeat forever. So if I put a repeat forever block here, that kind of makes the repeat block pointless right there, but then it will repeat forever. You have if-then statements, which are if something happens, then another thing will happen. You have if-then-else statements, which are if something happens, something will happen. And if that doesn't happen, something else will happen. You can have wait until something happens, you can have repeat until something happens, and you can have everything stop. There's also cloning, which that's kind of complicated, and it's also kind of funny when you make clones forever. But the other things are sensing, operations, and more blocks, which those are all pretty complicated, and we will talk about those in a later video.
So usually we do differences between Alice and Scratch, but since we're just doing Scratch this time, we really can't. But anyway, we will just, and you should toy around with these new blocks because it'll help Oodles, I promise you. And so
thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. So, see you later, fellow programmers.
Oodles.